Hello everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Gold Crest Valley. And don't mind me, folks, I'm just salting the barrel weight here. Ooh, we just got it upright. Excellent. Cool, I get rid of the loader here. And we're going to hopefully use the little vulture here for some cultivating. I figured the vulture here could probably use a weight on it with this cultivator, so see if we can get that weight back up right. Now let's be careful here not to knock it over again. Okay, looks like we should probably go grab some fuel as well. I don't know of any fuel here on the main farm, so where I've been going to, folks, is the fuel icon up there, kind of by field 4 and 3. There's also one down kind of by the cow farm area. But like I said, it doesn't seem like there's any fuel that I know of on the main farm here. We'll probably have to look at investing in a fuel tanker here at some point. But anyway, folks, I was going to do a multiplayer episode today. Unfortunately, I'm unable to get on any multiplayer servers again at the moment. Keep getting no connection is available for some reason, so don't know what's up with the Farming Simulator multiplayer servers, but yeah, it seems like the multiplayer is down at the moment. And we still have the Fent and New Holland plowing on field 20 there. The field should be almost done. Actually, you know what it might be? I see they're both at, looks like at the same spot there. Okay, we'll let that refill. Our money situation isn't looking too good here at the moment, but we'll have to go with it, I guess. Oh, yes, okay, we're having a slight altercation here. Looks like the New Holland just went up and quit on us. I don't know why. Oh, he's stuck, that's why, okay. Well, how about we just let the Fent go here, and hopefully he will get out of the way. Looks like we got a little bit of cleaning up to do. Wasn't doing quite a nice a job as we were doing, apparently. Might as well get going on that in here a moment, I guess. And like I said, obviously with a hired worker, the hired worker cannot use this type of plow properly, unfortunately, so oh well. What I probably really should do, folks, is look at buying the blue plow there, the Lemken plow. Rather than just leasing it, we'll buy that and use that with the hired workers, and then we can, whenever we do any plowing, we can get the big plow out here. Oh, looks like a narrow little strip left. Obviously, lots of plowing to do yet, folks. Like I said, pretty much all our fields need to be plowed. This is definitely the big one, though. But yes, 22, 23, 15, 12. Doesn't look like 14. 14 and 11 don't need to be, but yeah, pretty much all our other fields do. So we'll pretty much just move the tractors down to whatever field next here. We'll probably put one tractor per field. Being the size of this field, figured we'd have both tractors working on it at once. Okay, I'm back to the other end here again. Looks like one more pass will probably about do it. Oh, be able to get it all? Nope. Like I said, folks, we're going to miss just a little bit there. We'll probably just let that go. That's close enough, if you ask me. A little bit of unplowed area here and there is not going to matter too much. Okay, there we go. That'll do it for that end of the field. Let's head down to the other side. I'm sure we'll have a little bit of fixing to do down there as well. I see we're not losing any money anymore, so I'm sure the Vulture must be full of fuel by now. Yeah, don't worry, folks. We should be making plenty of money here once we get field 20 up and running. We'll be able to make a lot of money off this field, hopefully. Oh, speaking of which, what should we plant on this field? I have not given that any thought here, folks. What should we plant on it? Given, folks, that we only have a small row crop planter, I think it's going to have to be some sort of grain, barley, wheat, canola, something like that. I guess we could do soybeans, too. That would be a possibility. Don't think we want to do any sunflowers or corn on this field. That just take too long with our current planter. Definitely want to get a larger row crop planter here at some point as well. Although at the moment, for those of you who watched my multiplayer series, you know the John Deere 7200 that we have on the multiplayer server, it's a little bit backwards in what it can plant. It can plant all the wrong types of crops. It can plant wheat, barley, canola, etc., but it cannot plant corn, sunflowers. I think it can plant soybeans yet, if I remember correct. I think it can do soybeans, but yeah. Like corn and stuff that technically you should be able to plant with a row crop planter like that, or that you would plant with a row crop planter, it can't do for some reason. And it's not that you can necessarily maybe plant wheat or barley with a row crop planter, folks. I've never heard of it being done, but I would have to imagine you probably could plant wheat or barley with a corn planter if you wanted to. Like I said, I've never heard of it, but typically with grain drills and row crop planters, you know, row crop planters, the biggest difference is the spacing in the rows. They typically have about 30-inch rows, or if you have the inner plants on, I think it's like 15-inch rows. That's commonly used for soybeans, to my knowledge. Maybe some other crops as well, but at least where I live, it'd be soybeans. And it all depends on basically the density of your crops, the population per area. Some types of crops don't particularly care too much. For example, wheat, barley, even soybeans to some extent. They don't really care how close they're planted together. I mean, they do to some extent, folks, but it's not as important as, say, corn, which is very picky about how, you know, how populated it is in an area. You know, if you put too much corn in one area, it's not going to do so good. Whereas, you know, if you spread it out too far, well, then you're just wasting area. And that's the reason behind a corn planter. A corn planter, I've often heard it put this way, folks. A corn planter is a precision drill. It is a precision implement. It should plant, however you set it up, exactly where you want that seed every single time for every single row. Obviously, you know, that doesn't work out maybe exactly that way, but you're going to get some error. Whereas with just a regular grain drill, it's pretty much just an uncontrolled spill on the field. At least that's the way I've heard it put, folks. Pretty much just an uncontrolled spill. Which, when you think about it, to some extent is true. It's pretty much just dropping the seed out on the ground as it goes. Doesn't really actually meter it out. Okay, we'll just hire you. You can do a nice derpy job over here of this. And the Fent. Oh, you missed a little bit. Come on now, let's put that back down. We can do better than that. There we go, much better. And let's see what's here. 16. I don't know, can you actually, is there a road here you can get across? I see there's a road here, but I don't know if you can get across the river down here or not. Oh, you can. Okay, perfect. At least hopefully we can get across this anyway. Looks like it's a little narrow. Narrow bridge. Yes, it is narrow. And this was one of the fields. No, this one did not need to be done. So we'll go to either 12 or 15 here. And I'm thinking what we might do here, folks, we might plant, or harvest, anyway, I should say, mow grass on field 14 there one more time. And then we'll cultivate that under and turn it back into a regular field here again. Okay, let's turn that over the right way. So the hired worker, at least to start. I don't know what will happen, actually, folks, if you start the hired worker off wrong with this plow. I'm assuming it will just keep using it wrong. I don't know. But we'll start them off correctly here. Okay. Oh, you are not on the spreader anymore, are you? Okay. Well, let's put you back on the spreader then. I still have to bale this field yet. And then wrap those bales and sell them. So we should get a nice amount of money off this field here yet. But we'll get the fertilizer spreader here and start him fertilizing on field 20. Probably should have fertilized actually before I plowed. Then I could have got one level of fertilizer before plowing, one level of fertilizer before cultivating, and then probably another one before or after planting. Pretty sure you can do all three of them like that. Oh, wait a minute. We need the... Where is the fertilizer spreader? Thought I'd left it parked in the building here. I guess not. Where did I put it? Oh, did I put it back over here? Or maybe not. Okay. Fertilizer spreader. Interesting. I probably drove right past it, folks, and didn't see it. Where's the fertilizer spreader? Oh, it's got to be around here somewhere. One thing I've found, folks, sometimes, you know, when you're zoomed out on the map like this, actually finding where the item is a little bit tricky, but just zoom in. Ah, at the end of field... Oh, so is there a tractor on it already? Okay, maybe is that what... Oh, there is. I got the case tractor on it. Okay, that'll work just as well then. Usually I have the New Holland there on the fertilizer spreader. We'll get the fertilizer here going, then we'll grab the Vultra tractor and we'll start cultivating that field. And like I was saying, folks, not sure what we'll plant here yet. Probably get that far this episode. Otherwise, if I don't get that far, folks, you are welcome to comment and suggest what I should plant on that field. Like I said, I'm thinking anything but any sunflowers or corn, pretty much, given the fact we just have a small planter at this point. Okay, looks like the GPS is, interestingly enough, already lined up. Okay, we'll just hire him. And back to the Vultra. Imagine bringing your tractor to the gas station like this. Oh, that's going to cost us a lot of money to fertilize that field there, isn't it? Watch that money go down, folks. Ouch. Anyway, we'll read a couple comments here in a moment. Avery was asking, why do you say multiplayer so slow? I'm not sure. Izzy was saying AI on different fields do weird things. Yes, I've definitely noticed that. Although at least on field 20 here, folks, it kind of makes sense for what it does. It's trying to avoid getting in the way of that house that's in the corner of that field there. Now, if you go to field, I think it's field 24 there. Field 24 is definitely a little bit derpy. The hard worker does some weird turns on that field. I don't know what's up with that, but... Okay, not sure who Helper Vivian is. Oh, field 15. Wow, you do a massive turn. Okay. Okay, I'll just rehire him. And while we are over here, let's grab our case tractor and we'll grab the seeder. And we'll bring our seeder out to field 20 here as well. Punk at that was saying, if you have the latest version of drive control, there's a setting in the XML that disables the auto engine shutoff. I am definitely going to have to check that out, folks. I don't think I have the latest version, but I'm definitely going to have to go get it now, that's for sure. And hopefully that will fix our engines shutting off annoyingly on us. Jetty Master was saying, plow your field, gently down the field. Jetty Master was also saying that John Deere 2623 there, Flex Disc is indeed a plow, so it is considered a plow here in the game. That's a little bit unfortunate. It's considered a plow instead of a cultivator, but oh well. Oh, great. Helper Jackie's blocked. Now, who is blocked now? I should have guessed. Same tractor. Let's go ahead and move this trailer here and see if that'll alleviate our issue. Otherwise, we're going to keep having issues with it. Okay, we'll hire the worker here again. And let's see if we can actually do some cultivating here finally. Oh, except the tractor shut off. How nice. Yeah, definitely going to have to check out that drive control setting that will disable that. Dritra was saying to fix the engine shutting off problem, go to the game settings XML line 5, and you can change it under motor stop time duration and alter it to apparently says 360. Okay, so you can actually set a time duration in there. Did not know that. Might have to check that out as well. Samuel was saying, yeah, we plant our corn on 30-inch rows and then split the rows for beans. 15-inch beans yield better. That's kind of what I was saying earlier, folks. Beans, soybeans, one of those crops that don't mind quite as much if they're planted close together. And what some farmers will do, if you don't have the inner plants on your planter, they'll just plant 30-inch rows, and then they'll come back and basically go down the middle of the rows and plant. It'll end up being 15-inch rows when you're done, basically. So just go down where you previously planted, just 15 inches offset from your previous time. Ewan was saying, I'm surprised the game doesn't come with the Fent 1000 Vario. It does not. Nope. Fent 900 is the largest one. Carson was asking, how did you get the mirrors on the tractor to work? That is a graphic settings. You need to make sure you have your graphic settings turned up high enough, and then you can select how many mirrors are active. I think the default, I like to say, is like 5 or 6. So if you notice, folks, it looks like there's... I'm not sure if that's considered 3 or 5 with that bottom piece on there. It's probably considered 3, I'm assuming, on this one, on this tractor. Mathos was saying, liking the New Holland. James says hi. Matthew was saying, liking your videos, and you can do more logging again, please. Hopefully, folks, we'll get some more logging here at some point. For those of you watching my other truck repair videos at the moment, that's pretty much what's taking up my time at this point. So that's why there hasn't been any logging videos or any other extra content videos at this point. Thundercat was saying hired workers will avoid the original buildings and objects on the map. So good to know there. I rather suspected that's what the hired worker was doing, which is definitely a nice feature, folks. The hired worker will actually avoid the building rather than just, you know, oh, I'm stuck. Mathos was saying there's a modded version of the Case Combine. Goes faster and holds more. Seems to work pretty good until the John Deere comes out. That's probably a mod you won't see me use, folks. I typically tend to try to stay with the more realistic mods. So, an example would be a Combine that goes faster and holds more. Probably won't see me using that. Same thing also goes for, you know, ridiculously large cultivators, planters, plows, etc. You know, if there's a real version or a similar real version of it, yes, I'll use it. But, yeah, given some of the ridiculous equipment out there, folks, nope. Probably will not see me using that type of equipment. Cole was asking, what was your favorite tractor mod in Farming Simulator 15? Well, folks, it would probably be a John Deere, and it would probably be the John Deere 8370R, I'm going to say. Like I said before, folks, kind of like the John Deere 8R series tractors, along with the Case, basically the 30, oh, what's the model number on that one again? I believe we have it in the game here. Or maybe not. Well, it used to be the Case Magnum 3800, or not 380, I believe it is. Okay, I think we could probably get the planter going here at this point, so let's go back to the Case. I think we'll go with soybeans. Sure, why not? Oh, and that reminds me too, I was going to check. I wonder if you can... It looks like this is fertilized, so I'm guessing I can't fertilize again at this point. I'm assuming anyway. I'm kind of tempted to go, well, let's see how far this fertilizing tractor's along. Yeah, I'm going to stop him just a moment. I want to bring this over here and just see once if I can actually fertilize here again. If not, then I'll wait. Or if I can fertilize it again, then I'm going to wait to plant. So I can get a second level of fertilization down. Oh, I can. Okay. So I can do another level of fertilization. In that case, I am going to actually do that. So I will wait to plant then until... Probably until we're done cultivating then, because this fertilizer is definitely going to catch up very quickly with our cultivating tractor. Okay, should be lined up good enough there. Anyway, folks, looking at time, looks like it's about time to wrap up the video. So that you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.